Today I got a call, and it was a Seattle number, and it was one I didn't recognize. Like, it wasn't the building, and it wasn't, I don't know, there's like a couple of Seattle numbers that like I know that have called me multiple times, and I knew it wasn't them, and I was like, is someone calling me for a job? I got real excited. But it was, I went and had my yearly a week ago, and when I was there, they go over, since I was a new patient, they go over like family history of cancer, and I have an uncle on my dad's side that died from colon cancer at 29, which, if you know anything about colon cancer, that's really, really young to get colon cancer. Oh, because they don't even tell you to start getting screened for colon cancer until you're 50. And my dad refuses to get screened and do the colonoscopy. And I get so pissed off at him because I'm like, well, if you get cancer, I'm not going to your funeral because you're an asshole, and you could have saved yourself, potentially. I'm all about preventative care. Like, I am terrified of ever getting cancer. Like, oh my God, so many fears in my life. What is this? Why? So she referred me, like, it's this huge building with all kinds of doctors. So I have my OBGYN in it, and they're like, okay, well, since you have a family history, your insurance might pay for you to get the genetic testing. And you might have to basically start getting the scope in your butt a little bit earlier, depending on what the tests say, if I have the gene or whatever. Since it was my uncle on my dad's side. But anyway, so I was kind of, first of all, when they said it was from the oncology clinic, I thought that my pap smear came back abnormal and that I had cancer. And I was like, and she's like, no, like, you were referred and we just are calling to follow up. So they're trying to get me to go in and do the testing and stuff because they think I'm a candidate, I guess, because my uncle was 29. Like, if you have a family member under a certain age and with certain kinds of cancers or something, I don't know, like, you have to fit a specific criteria if your insurance company will pay for it. And she said otherwise the test could be like up to like $2,500. Danny and I already wanted to get the test done anyway, because, again, I'm really big in preventative care. I'm trying to live as long as possible, people, and I'm trying my best. It's like, okay, well, I'll look into it because I'm not working right now, and if there's a deductible, like, I ain't got no job. So I just cut my own hair, and that might sound really bad, but I couldn't stand it the way that it was. It's still wet. Like, I just got out of the shower, and I have gel in it. But, the last time I got it cut was 6 months ago, and they had done like layering and everything, and I didn't like the layering job that the girl had done, but like I was stuck with it. There wasn't anything I can do. And so it was growing out, and I want to grow it long, but I couldn't stand the shape that it was growing into because, like, my hair is a fine texture, and the layers were growing out to the point where, like, the shape was bad, and then it just, like, the ends were looking really stringy and, like, thin. So now it's, like, closer to one layer. I think I still have some shorter, a little bit shorter layers in this, but it's getting closer to being one layer. And I'm finding that with my hair, with it being fine and curly, that one layer looks best because it, like, makes it look thicker and doesn't have, like, a weird shape in my head. This, like, strand of hair is being weird. But I do like short hair, like chin length hair on me, and long hair. But the goal is to definitely get it longer. I wanted to just, like, get it in a better shape first and just cut, like, what was absolutely necessary, and then I'm gonna grow it longer. I want to grow it really long, but, like, I'm gonna, you know, probably every few months or so cut the dead ends off and keep it looking healthy and fresh and, like, thick and not like that scraggly look that happens when you don't cut it for a long time. So I wasn't going to cut it myself. I was gonna go to the hair salon across the street, but since I don't want like a special style and I just want it one layer, I've cut it myself before. So like I just literally parted it down the middle. I watched a video really quick, but I've done it before, and so I wound up doing it like the way that I always have done it, which I haven't cut my own hair in years. But when it's one layer, I have done it before just because it's so simple, and when I want it cut, I want to cut now, so I just like do it. But I parted it in the middle, and then I put hair ties on both sides and then cut, and then I took it down and then used a mirror to see what it looked like on the back. And there was like a longer section that was longer than the rest, like right in the middle. So I just kind of like took it and pulled it around and cut it. And then everything wound up being good and the same length. So I'll show what it looks like whenever it's dry, but it's already looks so much fuller and like nicer. Definitely one layer is the look for me. So, I mean, if you're just gonna cut it one layer, it's really easy to do it yourself. If I wanted a bunch of layers, like I would really need a hairstylist to do it because I don't know what I'm doing. But I feel so much better. Like the shape that it was in was so strange. I'm gonna go get a salted caramel mocha frappuccino, I think it's called. Not frappuccino, but salted caramel mocha, in a hot drink. When I was there, they had their zombie frappuccino, and I just saw Bunny from Graveyard Girl YouTube channel do her like impression, you know, like what she thought of it. It's got green apple and mocha and berry, and the whipped cream is pink to look like brains. So the apple flavor is green, and then like I guess they have a mocha drizzle that's kind of red and makes it look like blood. I am not into fruit and chocolate together. I don't do that. So, oh my god, my fingers were like frozen in one spot holding this phone, and then I bent them and I was like, oh god. So I got the salted caramel mocha yesterday, and it was really good, so I'm gonna get it again today. And then later I think I want to get Noi Thai. It's a really good Thai restaurant. I don't know if it's considered part of Pike Place or not, but it's on First Avenue here in Seattle. And I remember Danny and I went there when we were visiting, when he was here for his interview with his company where he's working now. And just got an email alert. It was so good. I get this pineapple chicken fried rice thing that's so good, and they have Thai peanut sauce is one of my favorite things in all of the world. And I've had some places that have had really bad, like not good, the way that I like Thai peanut sauce, but theirs is very, very good. And so I think I'm gonna get like cream cheese wontons too. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's Halloween weekend, so the plan is Stranger Things. Ooh. I need to like scrunch because it's looking really short. That's the thing, like when I cut my hair short, I have to be mindful of the fact that like it will... Mocha. No! I have to be mindful of the fact that it does like kind of dry upwards because of my curls, so it doesn't look bad. There's my little friend. I cannot wait till I can start Accutane, but we're not like having a baby on hold. We're just kind of like, and if I get pregnant, cool, but like I'm not gonna actively try for a baby again until I get a job. I'm still unemployed. The plan for Halloween weekend is Stranger Things 2, season 2 just came out last night or this morning. I don't know if it's 8, I haven't checked. I don't know if it's 8 episodes like the first season or not, but I'm probably gonna binge that this weekend. We're gonna hold off on going to the Museum of Pop Culture to see their horror exhibit. We have penalties in rent for like ending our lease early that is due like right now. For our Florida apartment, plus rent is coming due for this apartment, so we're not gonna like spend money on like I think it's like $50 for both of us. So we're just gonna like wait until maybe like a middle or end of November to go. But I do want to do something kind of Halloweeny. So one of the I guess big touristy things to do is to go see Kurt Cobain's house, the one that he died in, and I think it's like under. I think it's another email pop up. I think it's under 2 miles from here, so we'll get a like for the cost of a Lyft ride there and back. Maybe we'll even walk back. Might be a nice walk. I don't know. Maybe not. But I think it's off of a park, and supposedly there's a bench there that you can sign and everything. So I like morbid shit like that. There's also Bruce and Brandon Lee's grave sites here. I don't know if we'll do that too, but I will do that eventually because I'm like weirdly fascinated with dead celebrities in general, but like celebrity deaths um, and I wonder where Kurt Cobain is buried. I wonder if he's buried here or California. Because if he's got a grave here, I'll probably go see that too. Oh, and I also need to talk about my feelings of Real Housewives of New York, because whoa, I just like sat on Mocha's tail. Um, I'm watching. I think this is season 8. So I think probably my favorite person is Bethany, and then I like Carol because Carol is just kind of like cool and collected and doesn't really give a fuck about much, and Bethany's hilarious and says a lot of things that like I would probably say too. And then I hate Ramona. Ramona is a fucking idiot. Like, she does shit just to be an asshole and just to like keep her basically spot there. Like, she's just trying to stay employed, but she's a fucking idiot. And then Jules this season, I think she was only here for 1 season. Jules she tries to be funny and she tries to find her shtick, but she's not funny at all. And I'm glad they got rid of her. And I think it's really sad. There's supposed to be a curse, a housewife's curse. Like, if you get on this show, your marriage is not going to last. And I think that Jules' husband cheated on her, and she got divorced. So that was kind of sad. That was kind of sad for her. And Dorinda, I think Dorinda's funny. I think her boyfriend's really gross, but so does everybody. And who else? Oh, Luann is like kind of same thing with Ramona. Like, she's desperate, and she's like, obviously her marriage with Tom was like for the cameras. It wasn't legit, and she's like kind of crazed. Sonia, I think, is a fucking idiot as well. Like, don't like her. And I think that's it. But I love this show. My favorite, I think, has to be Beverly Hills, and then, like, if I could like give a tie, it would be a tie between Beverly Hills and New York City. But if not, if I had to pick a favorite, I would say Beverly Hills, and then New York City, and then probably. I just heard somebody. There's an outside door, so there's like my door, and then there's another door that's like a security door that you have to like buzz in, like use your badge thing to like buzz it in. And I just heard somebody. And the cool thing about these apartments, they have different configurations, but there's like a few floors that are like this where there's a door. You go through, like, you come off the elevators, you go through the parking garage, and then there's one door that leads you, like, you use your badge, you buzz in, and then there's just 2 apartments. So it's just me and one other apartment. So we only have one neighbor. And so every time that door opens, I'm like, is Danny home early? Because it's like 2:30. It's like way early for him to be home. He usually, like, it's Friday and he would get home early, but he would get home like at 4:30 or something. And then like I'm like nosy about my neighbor. I think it's a single guy, and it was like in the 50s yesterday, and last night I heard him come home, and I thought that he had like a girlfriend or a wife. I saw him with a girl one time, but I don't think it was a girlfriend or a wife, because I've seen him, he's just been alone ever since. But he was wearing like shorts and a t-shirt yesterday, and he like had a 6-pack in his hand. I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? Because it is too cold. Like, it was cold for me yesterday when I went out to get my coffee. I was wearing a sweater and jeans and flip-flops because Florida, that's why. Where the fuck did he come from? Because you know he's cold. I'm like nosy. I'm like, I wonder what he does. Because so many people in this building work for like Amazon or I think there's Google here too, and then Microsoft's here, but they're in Redmond, so I don't know if people would like, probably people live downtown Seattle and commute to Redmond, but I think that's, I don't know. But I'm like really nosy. I'm like, what do you do? I hope no one asks me what I do, because that would make me sad, because I don't do a fucking thing. So Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, then New York, and then Orange County. Oh wait, no. Because I forgot about Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Beverly Hills, New York, Atlanta, and then Orange County. I don't think I'm forgetting any of them, but my husband thinks it's trash, and it is trash, but I love this shit. Like, I just fucking love it. This is my dry hair. It's fluffed up just a bit. It's good. It's good.
How was it?
How was what?
How was what? The greatest night of the year, of course.
Oh yeah, it was tubular.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
didn't do anything.
Who fucking farted? Oh my god.
Maybe it's you and you just don't know it.
Terrible. I know.
Just a skirting board bulge. Won't look like it's moving now. Not that it ever did mine.
Right, thanks.
This other problem.
I just saw a car going the wrong way down a one-way street. I live in fear of doing shit like that. When we first came to Seattle, and I was using navigation, but I was terrified that I would accidentally go down a one-way street because there are so many one-way streets. So I'm glad that wasn't me. But I just got back from my corner Starbucks because I will typically get a coffee or a smoothie or some kind of something to sip on throughout the day. So I will show what I got. So this is for now, and this is for later. So this is just a tall Java chip frap, which is probably my favorite frap. It's got little pieces of chocolate chips in it. And then this is the pink drink, which I've never had before, but I plan on having, well, for anybody that's never had it, it's like strawberry, coconut milk, and I think it's just strawberry juice and coconut milk, and then I guess those are little strawberries. But I have plans on doing breakfast for dinner. So I bought this blueberry coffee cake I went to Whole Foods yesterday and I got like some things. And I got a blueberry coffee cake, and then I got biscuits, and I got eggs and cheese. So I'm gonna make like a little biscuit sandwich and like have some of that blueberry, I think it's a blueberry sour cream coffee cake. And then I got yogurt, well, I'll show, because I haven't tried this yogurt before, but it looks real good. And I got granola, and I wanted some kind of like a fruit drink to have with it. And when I was checking out, I was like, okay, I have to walk back with all this shit. Like, I cannot put one more thing in these bags because it was heavy enough. So I didn't know if I was gonna have to go back to Whole Foods today or like what I was gonna do, but I knew that Starbucks had some fruity drinks. So I've never tried them before, so I decided I would try it. I took a sip of that and it did taste good, so I think it's gonna be real good with my breakfast for dinner. So the yogurt that I got, Elenos, I've seen this at different shops around town, and I got one that is pumpkin pie. That looks real good. And then this is just a plain one, and then that is Marionberry. Yes. Danny says they're really good. He's had them before. I think they had them at his job. So I put, these have some topping like already in them, like that. The plain one already has some granola. And then this I think probably has some kind of granola or like pumpkin pie crust type thing. But I bought more granola. I bought vanilla almond granola to put. And I was craving some fruit, so I got some sliced watermelon and pineapple. And that pineapple is so good. I was telling Danny so many times I'll get pineapple and it's like actually tough and fibrous. And he's like, well, duh, this one's actually ripe because it's so smooth and like light. And then I got the one in the back, the cupcake in the back is a cookies and cream cupcake, and that's just a chocolate cupcake. And I had a chocolate tart last night. It was so fucking good. I've been craving some dessert. So my fridge kind of looks bare, but like we don't buy a whole bunch of stuff like all at once. We kind of just like grocery shop just for what we're gonna have for that week. So yeah, mostly I just have condiments in my fridge. Little pepper and onion. I love to grill pepper and onions and put them like in hoagies or burritos. And then I got some hickory smoked cheddar cheese for my breakfast sandwiches. And of course I have Pepsi, because Pepsi and Dr. Pepper are my favorite sodas and I love them. So that's pretty much all we've got, but we do have stuff in my little pantry here because I did go to the store. So these are my little hoagies that I got, and they're my breakfast cream biscuits apparently, and then the blueberry coffee cake. And I got some spaghetti for Danny that he requested. And these kettle chip honey Dijon are so freaking good. But then I got these that are also kettle chips, the Hawaiian barbecue, and they're not good. I was kind of sad about that. This is my vanilla almond granola. I almost didn't, I mean, I don't think this is like a bad amount, but I almost, like the little containers there, they have these handles that you just like kind of crank and it comes out. This just went spewing out. I was like, no! But that amount's actually okay. I don't like to get more than I'm gonna use, you know, like we're only 2 people. We don't really need a crap ton of food because it's just the 2 of us. We have no children yet. And we do go out. As of right now, since I'm not working, kind of the routine is like we'll go, we'll like Monday through Thursday we'll eat dinner at home, and then like us still go out and get coffee because it gets me out of the apartment since I'm unemployed still. And then Friday through Sunday we go out since like it's the weekend, and we can explore new restaurants and things together. I think on Friday, because I don't know if it's called I Love Sushi or I Heart Sushi, but they're only open during the week. They're not open on the weekends. So Friday I want to go and get a sushi burrito. I've heard about these years ago, and now that I live in a major city, I live near one, so I'm real excited about it. I don't know how big they are. I might wind up getting some fried rice and some like grilled veggies on the side from some restaurant to go with it to round out my meal. And then Saturday I have plans. The very, very first restaurant that Danny and I went to in Seattle when we were here for his interview was Tap House Grill. It got really good reviews, and Danny loved their burgers. I got a burger that I was just kind of like, oh, it's all right, but I guess I probably just didn't get the right burger for me. So I'm thinking we're gonna get takeout from Tap House Grill on Saturday, and then I wanna take it up to the roof of our building and see the sunset, because I haven't watched the sunset yet, and our rooftop deck's pretty epic. So I think I wanna eat dinner up there on Saturday. Cats! Okay, they were having a disagreement. So I just got back from Starbucks, as usual, and it's the day after Halloween, so of course they have their holiday cups out. Also painted my nails blue. This one is already chipped. But then I also put a top coat and then like this quick dry stuff to let them dry faster, because I always mess them up way before they've actually like dried all the way. The cup itself is kind of pretty. There's like doves and a Christmas tree. I remember like all this controversy about putting any kind of Christmas like drawing or illustration or whatever on them, because not everybody celebrates Christmas. But presents? Who can be mad about presents? Yeah, I got this salted caramel mocha with whipped cream in a tall, and it's really good. And then this says "Give Good," little sleeve. So I think it's really cute. And I don't know if they have different designs or if there's just one cup design, but I like it. It's partially cloudy today, and I was just walking past my empty bedroom, and I noticed how cool the light looked off that's an Amazon building there. I don't know what those buildings are. And then I think that above this small building with the red, I think those two are also Amazon buildings. So it kind of looked cool. It is snowing. It is totally freaking snowing. Like, it kind of looks like rain, but off in the distance, you can kind of see it like floating. I haven't lived in a place where it snowed since I was 12. When I was living in Maryland before we moved to Florida. This is so cool. I've heard that it snows, but it doesn't like really stick here. So we would probably have to go someplace else in Washington or up to Canada or something to really see it. You can see it a little bit. Yeah, you can actually see it snowing now. There was just like a huge like that is totally freaking snow. It was kind of thick a second ago, now it's kind of slacked off.
Are you kidding? My timing is perfect. I missed Ramona's infamous walk down the runway last year, so there's no way I'm gonna miss it again.